Update, it is Monday the 20th of January. It's actually my mum's birthday today, so happy 48th birthday to my mum. I'm currently 20 weeks, 5 days pregnant as of today, and I think baby girl is popping. I'm pretty certain that is a bump coming along because I'm wearing my maternity leggings because the other ones, they come like too low now. So I'm officially in maternity leggings and I'm just excited because honestly, every morning I've been looking in the mirror like, where is the bump? And I've had people telling me like, oh, you just look bloated. Oh, you're not showing yet. And then the other day I went into somewhere I used to work and someone that I used to work with was like, oh my God, you're showing. And I was like, yes, finally. So I think that is, yeah, that's round. That is definitely a bump. Anyway, let's get into the video. I need to prop you down. This is now my favourite place to film, in our bedroom / baby girl's bedroom. I'm going to drop you down and let's do this. Hello, welcome back to my channel. We have just got back from our 20-week scan at the hospital. James has popped out, so I am filming this on my own. The plan was actually to film on the way there and back, but I ended up driving because James's fuel light in his car was on, but I had a full tank. So I was driving. Obviously, I'm not going to film whilst I'm doing that. And then we couldn't really film in the hospital either. So I am now going to give you the 20-week scan update. So we were in there for about half an hour and they checked the heart, kidneys, bladder, bowel, spine. It was odd looking at the spine because you could actually see each bone. It was a bit odd. And they even checked her lips. I think it was to look for signs of cleft lip or whatever it's called. And everything has developed exactly as it should be developing. She's measuring a little on the smaller side, but not too small, so there's no concern. They said the 19th percentile. I haven't even Googled what that means, but I'm assuming that's fine. She said anything below the 10th percentile was where there's an issue. So 19 is obviously good. But I haven't Googled it. I don't even know what it means. They confirmed that she is definitely a she. We are definitely having a girl. She was joking with James that he should be a sonographer because he was able to recognise like the top lip, the nose and other strange areas that to me just looked like a black hole or blobs on the screen. He just knew what part of the body they were, and they were like, oh my goodness, you should be a sonographer. And he's like, oh, maybe I should. And there was just this like little kind of banter between them about that. I'm still surprised that we actually have to pay for the scan pictures. When it's like the NHS, I thought you'd have 1 or 2 free and then you can buy more. But you actually have to buy your scan pictures now, and it's £5 per picture. So we just chose 2. But she gave us a free one, which was the foot. It's literally a scan picture of her foot. Bizarre. I don't know why I would want that. But James was like, oh my goodness, she's going to have my toes. And I was like, oh, give me strength. Let me show you the scan pictures. So this is our scan picture of baby girl. Why are you smelling the picture? Please go away. Thank you. This is our scan picture of our baby girl, and then this is the scan picture of her foot. Again, not entirely sure why we were given this, but here is her foot, everyone. So moving on to the pre-eclampsia check. I was very, very confused. I think my midwife completely confuzzled my brain, and I don't know if it's because she worded it wrong or if I just misunderstood it, but from what I gathered, I would know at the 20-week scan whether I've got pre-eclampsia or not. And then when I got there to the 20-week scan, the sonographer was like, no, you don't find out because pre-eclampsia can come at any point from 20 weeks. Right now, I currently don't have pre-eclampsia. I am a low-risk pregnancy, but we could get to like 31 weeks and then I've got pre-eclampsia. My pregnancy is now high risk. So I have to take aspirin all the way up until 36 weeks pregnant to try and prevent it from coming, but there's no guarantee. But because I'm a high chance, obviously it could come, it might not come, but it can come at any point after 20 weeks. And the only way to know is by a high blood pressure, protein in the urine, which is why at every midwife appointment I have to do a urine sample, and then my midwife like dips it. And then signs that I would notice are headaches, swollen hands, but I haven't had any of that so far, touch wood. So I'm keeping everything crossed that I don't get preeclampsia, because a low-risk pregnancy means I can give birth at the midwife-led unit in the hospital. But if I get preeclampsia, then it becomes a high-risk pregnancy, and it will be recommended that I don't give birth at the midwife-led unit. And that's actually the only thing that's been stopping me from going for a planned C-section. So I am really touching wood, fingers crossed, crossing everything, that I'm not going to get preeclampsia. But I know it's so common, and most cases are mild. I'm just kind of like, I can't control it. If it's going to come, it's going to come. But that was the confusion all clarified. So moving on to the last part of the video, my plans for maternity leave. Where I work, and I know this isn't the same for everybody else, and I am extremely lucky, but our maternity leave is 6 months full pay, 3 months statutory maternity pay, and then 3 months no pay. I'm not going to be taking any months that are unpaid, because that would mean James would have to pay all of the bills, and I do not agree with that whatsoever. We completely 50-50 everything, apart from our own personal bills like car insurance, mobile phone, but all of the house bills are 50-50, so rent, council tax, gas, electric, water, Netflix, Amazon Prime, the dog's food, the dog's walker and trainer. The only thing that James does extra is the food, and that's because he earns more. That was not even my decision, but everything else is 50-50. So what I am going to be doing is, our baby girl is due on the 4th of June. I'm going to be taking May as annual leave. So the whole month of May 2025 is annual leave. And then June until February 2026 is maternity leave. So that'll be 9 months maternity leave, 6 months full pay, 3 months statutory maternity pay, which is approximately £800 a month here in the UK, something along those lines. And then in March 2026, I'll be taking that month as annual leave. So the whole month of March 2026 is annual leave. I will then be going back to work in April 2026, which is when she will be around 9 months or 10 months if she comes early in May. But it will be around 9 or 10 months old. That will be when I return to work. So April 2026. If you're wondering how on earth I can have May 2025 as annual leave and March 2026 as annual leave, it's because our holiday entitlement restarts every March. So our holiday year is March to March. So I will use March 2025's annual leave to be taking off May 2025. And then March 2026 annual leave, when it restarts, is how I'm taking off March 2026 as annual leave. I'm hoping that is making sense, because it sounds like gobbledygook in my head. But in total, I'll be taking 11 months off work. 2 months are annual leave, 9 months are maternity leave. I currently work full-time, where I work is 37.5 hours. But when I return to work in April 2026, I will be going down to part-time hours, which will be 30 hours. I'll be working 4 days instead of 5 days, which means my salary goes down and my annual leave entitlement goes down. But I've already looked into how much I will be earning and what my annual leave entitlement will be, and I will be absolutely fine. I am still in debt. If you haven't watched my debt video from ages ago, then feel free to watch that if you want to know why I'm in debt. But I am now down to just over £8,000 remaining to pay, and that's down from £17,000, by the way. I will have that completely paid off. I'll be debt free in December this year, 2025. And that's actually when I go down to statutory maternity pay. So I will be debt free just in time for my money to go down on maternity leave. Perfect timing. So me going back to work part-time hours, so 30 instead of 37 and a half, 4 days instead of 5 days, it's not going to affect how I pay the bills. It's not going to affect anything like that. And by that point, she will be entitled to the 30 hours free childcare and also the tax-free childcare as well, which I've already looked into both of those, and we can use those at the same time. We're also going to claim child benefit. I wasn't going to do that considering we both work, but I didn't even know that you could even if you work. So I was like, well, if we can have it, then why would I not apply for it? So I am going to be doing that, which is around £25 a week. It's something like £100 a month. And that can go towards her formula, her nappies, wipes. It will just help with all those little essentials. And as I said, even if you both work, you can still apply for child benefit. You'll have to look into it yourself though, because I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I didn't even realise that both parents can be in employment and still claim child benefit. So I thought, well, if I'm going to get a free £100 a month, why would I not take the free £100 a month? So that is what we will be doing. We are actually viewing a nursery in March this year, so in a couple months' time. I actually used to work in childcare. I am level 2 and level 3 qualified. I worked in nurseries for 5 years, so I do have experience. I have like the knowledge of what I'm looking for in a nursery. So I have chosen a nursery for us to view in March, and if we are both happy with it, I will pay the £100 registration fee like there and then, because that reserves her space. I'm hoping everything that I just said actually makes sense, because I'm thinking back and I'm like, I don't even know if I just waffled on or not. But if you don't know what I'm on about or if you have questions, please put them in the comment section below, or you can just DM me on Instagram, whatever you want to do, I don't mind. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!